morning is day number 5, which means we're talking about law number 5. That's right. Welcome again to the 10 laws of the legacy author. We're talking about law number 5 today. And this law is one that challenges a lot of people. It is the law of investment. That's right. Investment is a law. Investment is a universal law. Universal. We know it and hear of it in these terms. You reap what you sow. The law of investment says a legacy author invests where they expect growth. We invest where we expect growth. The law statement says, I will invest my time, energy, and resources into my calling and my business. Time, energy, and resources. Resources is usually known as money. But resources could be other things. But today we're going to talk about money. We're going to talk about your time. We're going to talk about your energy. Listen, I want you to think like a farmer. Say a farmer goes out and plants one seed. One seed. Now he's got a whole bag of seeds, but he doesn't want to, he's afraid to lose his seeds. He's afraid that if I put these seeds in the ground, I'll lose them. So he goes out and he plants one seed. He's got acres and acres of land that he could, just full of potential. Acres and acres of land that's full of potential that he could turn into a whole farm of trees and plants and vegetables. And yet, he's afraid to invest the seeds. So he goes out, he plants one seed, expecting that one seed to fill up the whole plantation. In the meantime, ants, rodents, and other things are going and eating the seeds, the bag of seeds that he has. In fact, not only are the ants and the rodents eating the seeds, he's also going and getting a handful of seeds and he's eating them because he got hungry while he was out there. Or, he wanted to have a little fun and have a little snack. So he's eating the seeds. Then he gets one tree. And yeah, that tree produces some fruit. But he's upset because he's got acres and acres of land and nothing's happening. Can I tell you that is how we approach our visions and our dreams with these books? We are so afraid that if I spend this amount of money, it may not work. So what do? I won't speak for anybody else. I'll speak for me. I used to, and sometimes I still do, look at an investment that I could make. And I'd say, whew, $3,000. Man, that's a lot of money. I could do something else with that, right? So I don't make the investment. Then I say, hey, babe, to my wife, let's go eat. Let's go to our favorite restaurant. I'll spend $100, $120 there. Then I say, I need to go to the grocery store. And then I start impulse purchasing stuff there. And there's $100. Before the month is over, I probably spent $3,000 on tidbits here and there. Tidbits. Nothing that could move me forward in my dream. That's what we do. Just like that farmer, we plant as little as we can out of fear, and then something else will take that same amount of energy, money, time, from us, and we're no closer to our dreams. If you want to be successful as an author, you have to invest the time, the money, and the energy into your book. Let me encourage you. The Bible says that in all labor there is profit. That's what the Bible says. In all labor there is profit. That means no matter what you do, something's going to come about from your efforts. Some benefit is going to come from your efforts. If you invest $1 in a productive way, that dollar will multiply. If you invest $10, that $10 will multiply. So if you're going to invest a small amount, you cannot be mad when you get a small return. It is a universal law. You reap what you sow. If you're only going to put 1 hour of your time into your project, do not be surprised when nothing comes of it, or when you get one result, as opposed to somebody who puts 20, 30, 40 hours into their projects, into their visions, and into their books and dreams. You have to invest the time, the money, and the energy into your project. Many of us have a clear understanding of what we need to do. We just don't feel comfortable in it, and we don't have anybody who tells us, yes, that's what you need to do. But, I mean, think about this. When you think about writing a book, I want you to think of 5 things that you see yourself doing as a result of you writing that book. One thing you might see yourself doing is having a book signing, like, doing book signings, right? Another thing you might see yourself doing is going out and speaking and doing book signing tours and speaking to groups of people. Another thing you might see yourself doing is hosting a podcast on your topic, right? So that's 3 things that you could do. You just have to put the time, the money, and the energy into making those 3 things happen, right? It's not just going to poof happen. I got a book. Now everybody wants me to have a book signing. No, that book signing means you're going to have to put some time, energy, and money into finding a location to have the book signing, promoting the book signing, preparing for the book signing, and hosting the book signing, right? That's what it means. So you know what to do. You just have to be okay and not afraid to put the time, the money, and the energy into making these things a reality. Just like we just talked about the law of execution. The law of execution, which is law number 3. You have to execute. Everything that you're thinking can happen and can become a reality. And the more you do it, and the more consistent you do it, the more results you're going to get. So do not be like the farmer who has a bag of seed but is afraid to invest it. I promise you, you will get that money back. You will get that time back. You will get those resources back. And your belief system is what's going to guarantee it. I'm going to stop with that, because that may take me off. But your belief system on your investment is what's going to guarantee your result. If you invest something and you believe this is going to fail, I don't want to do it, I'm fearful, I'm not going to put $100 into it, I'm going to start with $10. I'm not going to put $5,000 in it, I'm going to start with $1,000. That belief system of fear is what's actually creating the reality. So you have to invest your time, money, energy in the right mindset, in the right spirit, with the right energy, because that's what goes ahead of you and prepares the soil for your investment. I'm about to start preaching, so I'm going to let it go there. Law number 5, the law of investment. If you are not seeing the progress with your book, and with your business or with your platform, it's because you are not following one or more of these laws. Get this book, truevinepublishing.com.org/10-laws. Get this book because it will change your life. Lastly, if anything I'm saying helps you or you feel is valuable, please share my videos, like them, because that'll help to keep the message going further and further. Get the book, and if you need help publishing, it is the 2026 Blitz. We are going to publish 100 authors this year, and not only publish 100 authors, but we're going to put money in pockets for referring friends, family. If you refer somebody and they do business with TrueVine, that is money in your pocket, as well as you being qualified for a trip to the Dominican Republic, 5-night all-inclusive stay on TrueVine Publishing Company. So you all have a wonderful day. Invest, invest, invest.